Hi and welcome to this event. We are now in Ystad, in the south of Sweden, and we will drive up to the north, so through the home country. And we will do this in the Swedish Electric Car Championship. Okay, so this car is a Porsche Taycan Turbo S, and it has 952 brake horsepower in launch and push to pass function. The regular output of 775. Maybe not the most efficient car in the race, but we think it has an outstanding charging performance. So it would charge from 10 to 80% in less than 20 minutes, around 18 minutes or so. It's spec'd with 21-inch rims. Standard, not the most efficient one either, but looks good, we think. This is the setup in the car. Like we said, we will have cameras, dash cams, and in the back we will have a camera where we broadcast our live show. Here is the route that we are planning for. We have now used the Porsche trip planner or route planner. It shows 2 charge stops. I think we would use more. More likely is around 5. It says 20 hours of driving time, 1,695 kilometers. We will finish tomorrow at 7:53 if we leave by now, but the start would be at 3 p.m. So it would be additional hours to this one. So on this left part of the screen we will see traffic information provided by the Swedish Trafikverket. It shows all the roadworks, roadblocks, queues and so on. And we are likely to hit a few of them on this trip. On the right hand side we will see all our competitors, what they drive, where they are, speed and so on, so we can keep track of. We are now looking at Porsche Route Planner, where we have entered our final destination up in Haparanda, and the starting point here in Ystad. We are looking at 5 charge stops as it looks like when we look at the planning. And the first one will be in Skillingaryd, based on our current state of charge. We will top up the charging here in Ystad, so more likely the first charge will be around Mantorp, Jönköping, Mantorp, somewhere. Okay, and then we're back an hour in. We have driven 60 kilometers, about 60 kilometers. The average consumption is 17.6 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. The average speed 58 kilometers an hour. We have consumed 10% of our charge. So we will come back in an hour and see the stats for that.
It was supposed to be some road work right here. We went past it, and nobody has begun yet. Lucky for us. And as you can see here as well, one of the contestants we were right behind, he went to a completely different route, and he has dropped down below us. And we have 4 people in a sort of a convoy a bit ahead of us. And then in our starting line we also have this one, the Kia EV6 GT line, which is the one furthest.
driving about 2 hours now. We have just reached Markaryd and we are about to enter the motorway, the highway, with the average consumption of 17.2, which is a bit lower than expected. So that is good for us. We have actually made it this way on 22% used state of charge. So we have 78 state of charge, and now we're accelerating out the highway. We have gained some positions, but also lost some, depending on a quicker route for other cars. Whereas we have driven on smaller country roads. So the ones that has passed us has been driven a longer distance, so we anticipate them to need to charge before us.
So we all started right here at the supermarket, and what they did was that they went at this route all the way to Malmö, up here for förbi Helsingborg, and then they turned here. So they've been on a much quicker route. They're over here right now. But what we did was that we went pretty much straight north. So they have been driving quite a lot longer distance than we have done.
Drive time now, still on the motorway, the highway, with 120 kilometers, and been so for the last hour. The consumption has risen, of course. We are now close to 19.6 to be exact kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. So a significant increase in consumption. The average speed has also increased, of course, to 84 kilometers an hour. We are still ahead of schedule when it comes to charging. We will easily reach our target in Mantorp with at least 16-17% of charge, state of charge. So looks good so far. We are in a caravan with 3-4 other cars right now, so we are trying to minimize energy consumption by slipstreaming. Yep, back again. We have now driven a bit more than 4 hours. We are closing into the first charge stop. Unfortunately, we had to do another quick stop due to a technical human break. It didn't last very long, but we lost maybe 3-4 minutes on that. But we are now approaching Mantorp for our first stop. We expect to arrive at 18% state of charge. We intend to charge to 67-68% to be able to reach Uppsala, which would be the next stop. That's the plan for now. First charge done. We charged for 12 minutes, which gave us 70% state of charge. keep charge to about 89% or 87%. The longest and deepest charge at this trip. It took us about 25 minutes or so to do that. And of course we dropped some positions, or not of them, but we count on gaining them as the remaining competitors needs to charge one more time, we believe. Everything else would be a big surprise. The one that we are very concerned about is the Neo. They have perhaps one more charge to go. We hope they have two, because they are so far ahead. Let's see what happens. Alright, back again. Very close to the finish line. We are about 35 kilometers away. We have physically one car ahead of us, the Tesla, that you can see here. They started though 40 seconds ahead of us, so time-wise and what's counting, we are about 37 seconds ahead of the Tesla. We though have some issues with the charge. We have the state of charge is 10% right now. The expected range is 44 kilometers that we can do, and it's 34 remaining. So we think we will do it. We think we will be able to finish without any further charge. The Tesla, we think, will do the same, and the Neo, who was in the lead until just a couple of kilometers away, they had to do one additional charge, and that's where they lost the first place. So then we are back again. We have finished the race in Haparanda. It looks like we are the winning team. We didn't cross the finish line first, but the one who did that started 30 seconds ahead of us, so we just finalized about 25 seconds ahead of him when you counted the action time. So what have we done? We have been driven for about 18 hours minus some minutes. We will get the exact time, but that is a new record for this competition. It was around 1,670 kilometers in total, with an average consumption of 21.2 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. The average speed was 93 kilometers an hour. So that was the winning stats for the Porsche Taycan Turbo S in the Swedish Electric Car Championship. Good morning and welcome back to us here in Haparanda. This is the morning after the race is finished. Yesterday we drove from Ystad up to Haparanda, and today we will go back home again, and it's about 1,500 kilometers to go. We would use the Porsche route planner to calculate the route and see where to charge.